What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and we are here today taking a look at the 5th mission in our Space Hulk Sins of Damnation playthrough. I think this one's going to be a little bit more interesting. I've taken some time to take a look at the map, but this is pretty much a blind play for me. We're going to be playing this one a bit off the cuff. I've never even attempted this one before, so let's take a look and see what's going on.
We have reached the hibernation chamber. Toxin gas will flood the place as they swarm. But to do this, we must draw some of their strength off, so that we can reach the pumping station. You must be the diversion and drive an attack towards the secondary cluster of Genestealers. You must walk into the jaws of the enemy and allow them to close on you. May the strength of the Primarch go with you. Sergeant of the squad, accept your orders. 2 squads are at your command. You will deploy your Terminators here. We have predicted the enemy approach vector. Move your men to this location. Destroy the dormant Genestealers at the secondary cluster and draw a counterattack from the main group. The time of retribution is at hand.
Alright, so this one looks potentially rough. We've got still Squad Gideon and Squad Lorenzo. I'm assuming we're going to have the same configuration of equipment. However, there's a lot of choke points here. For example, we can block off these two with one guy right... Well, I think I'm going to do the best I can. I'm hoping I'm going to put the flamethrower right here. And yeah, we'll take a look. Let's talk about it once we're in game. There's no point discussing all this stuff before we actually get ourselves situated with an actual screen in front of us to take a look at. So let's figure out how this is gonna go. Alright guys, so here we are taking a look, and I had to do a quick edit right there because it crashed on the load screen. So I got it back into the game, re-edited everything. It's just, whatever. Let's take a look around. And I know for a fact that I very much want my flamethrower squad here. If my flamethrower can actually hold this corridor, I don't know how much time we're going to have to react to the situation. That's my big contention here, is that with this top group, we could potentially have a lot of spawns coming from right here. We've also got a door in the way, just a number of problems. We have to get 6 guys off of the Space Hulk in order for this to be a successful mission, which puts us in a nasty spot. We also want to keep a short eye on the locations that we're going to be moving through. This is going to be a whole lot of running and gunning, I would think, and waiting for opportunities and just sort of exploiting them as they come along. There are a lot of... This is a big teleport pad, which means we can teleport multiple people out at the same time. That will help us in the greater scheme of things, but... yeah, I think flamethrowering a lot of this is probably going to help us hold out. We also have sacrificial lambs, so we have 4 guys that we can potentially leave behind to just kind of bite the big one. It's not something that I relish the thought of doing, but it's something that might happen. Let's put... It's tough to decide where I want to position my flamethrower guy, but I'm thinking I'm going to put him in the front so that he can make a hard run for right here. He's going to sit right here while the rest of the squad goes behind him, I hope. I may have to temporarily position a bolter troop right here to fire this way to make sure nothing gets down to bother this troop as they try to exit the Space Hulk. I'm going to try and get all 5 of my other guys the hell out of here. Yeah, there's their start position. Let's put Brother Valencio in the front. We will put a bolter here, melee in the back as always, an autocannon in the center. I don't really know what I want to do with the autocannon for now, but, or the autogunner, whatever the name is. I know I mess up the names. I know, guys. I know I mess up the names sometimes. Warhammer fans are super hardcore, and I can't keep up with you guys. I'm going to put, yeah, we'll put the squad sergeant in next, and the rest will just be our bolter troops. And I like that configuration, so let's not waste too much time organizing. I think we'll be alright with what we have right here. Let's get moving. So teleporting in, let's see if we can get ourselves the hell out. 2 CP that turn, we're going to re-roll it. We got 4. Good. That means I'm going to put my flamethrower troop right here, facing that way potentially. No. I need him to get the door open. So we'll face him there so that he can get the door open, flame the whole thing out, and then he'll start backstepping as much as possible. We only need to really get 1 squad the hell out of here. That's what I like about this game, is there's not a whole lot of stipulations to winning. You're kind of you know, you've got to get certain people out, but as long as you get those people out, forget it. The people that die, die, and that's something that makes this game kind of interesting, because you have sort of a conflict of interest in that you've got to decide whether you want to sacrifice large chunks of your... You get to decide if you want to scrape by on the bare minimum, which is always my big temptation in life. All of my college professors will tell you, scraping by with the bare minimum has always been one of those things that is... It's been one of my specters. It's definitely... Yikes, I don't know if I want to cut by down here and come down this way, which would put me in a little bit better of a situation. Or if I just want to go this way and potentially get on a slippery slope of having to hold this avenue, because I bet they're probably going to spawn something on us from right there pretty soon. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go this way so that we have everybody in a big dog pile. I like that idea. Just having everybody in a big single file line to get the hell out of here, and we'll peel people off as need be. Alright, so that means this troop is going to go forward. We need him to saw doors off. This troop here can go to there. Actually, no. Let's have this troop go to here. He's going to be our hold-off guy. The rest of them are going to follow suit. And I sincerely doubt anything's going to make it all the way down this hallway with him overwatching. I really don't think we're going to fall into too many barrel traps there, although I might consider spending some CP to get him locked in on an overwatch now, just in case, because we do have a pretty long approach vector right here for anything to kind of come up and bite us in the ass. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and take Sergeant Lorenzo. We're going to put him on overwatch for just a moment.
Going into overwatch.
That leaves us with 2 CP. Not the most amazing supply, but it's still something. You'll forgive me as I adjust my microphone right there. I hope it doesn't give you any feedback or anything. I can't listen to things actively while I'm moving along. Meaning it's not playing my voice in my ear right now like it would if I was recording or anything like that with a actual musical studio. These guys are all in place. I'm not going to put him on Overwatch just yet. I don't think we need to. This is more of a temporary precaution to make sure that Genestealers don't try and pull a blitz move on me. And I think that's going to end my turn. So let's see what the Genestealers decide to do here. Predictable. That's about what I expected. It looks like they've got a bit more command points or control points or whatever you want to call it for attacking me. That's an interesting position to take right there. We generated 3 CP, which means I'm not going to gamble to get more unless we really, really have to. We do have the flamethrower ready to go. The door is closed. Let's open that up. It looked like it was... God, there's so many. There are so many right here in front of me. Let's go ahead and put down a lair of fire right here. And that should handle a large proportion. Oh, we didn't get the one in the middle. It's a little weak. Hopefully the one in the middle, he'll actually die though if he tries to step through the flame. So hopefully he'll be a minor issue that I won't have to worry about. We're going to continue the overwatch right there just to make sure that this squad gets the hell out of the way. We're going to keep an overwatch right here just in the off chance that we need to. We'll assign him to fire at this door as he takes this one step just in the weird chance that he machine guns it on his first go. He doesn't manage to do that. I guess we'll just power fist it open here. And clunk clunk, chunk chunk saw, there it is. With all the efficiency of a rusty sawzall, we managed to get that thing open. He's got two AP left. I think he's going to be able to hold this corridor long enough for us to get everybody out into the hallway. This is going to be a bit of an awkward operation. We had 2 options where these guys could file this way and this team could file this way. I'm not going to take that option. I may actually sacrifice the flamethrower troop just to make sure that this works out properly. Or use an extra CP on a turn where I'm flush with CP cash, just to make sure that everything works out. Having this melee in the middle, I may actually have him go last and hold up the rear, just in case, because he's not incredibly useful to me. Using a CP right here is a temptation, which I think, oh, that's going to be, with the facing, that's going to cost me 2, actually. So no, we're not going to take that temptation right now. I like where we're at for the time being. I could have considered using 2 AP to try and blast that door off for now. We'll probably be alright though. I'm not terrified about the results of this entire operation. While strategy is not a big part of my overall repertoire, I do pretty well when it comes to varying to circumstance and surviving.
Target.
Alrighty, so we're gonna have to start thinking about ways to deal with these cats down here. He's only got 2 of them though. He's not hitting us with the force that I expected. We got 2 CP, we're going to re-roll and get 6. Very nice, that's exactly what we needed actually. We have a lot of people turning corners and whatnot in this level. And we're going to need a few extra CP to figure out where we want people to be situated. We also might consider also taking shots at some of these doors, which I think is what I'm going to do here. Let me see if I can blast this door off the hinges. There we go. The door is off the hinges. And it might be worth considering to actually have this troop move up in the interest of actually getting everybody out alive. It might be interesting to have him walk alongside right here. And then once he gets situated in this region, well, this hallway is going to turn into a kill zone, I could tell already, because everybody, no matter what, has to go down that hallway, which puts us, you know, in a slightly nasty situation. It's not terrible. I don't fear the situation, but it's something I can live with. And I think I am going to use a CP right there to move him forward by 1. So that everybody can use, at least, I hope, use as much of their movement allotment in this turn as we can. I'm really, really hoping that we can get the entire Squad Lorenzo clear of Squad Gideon so that they can make their advances. Because they are known for their advances. They are just, you can't take them to a bar. They generally just get us all in trouble. I've been kicked out of more bars on account of Squad Lorenzo's advances than anything else. In fact, they tried to make advances on me one time, but I said, hey, listen, Squad Lorenzo. There's no time for that right now.
Moving ahead.
Alright, so I like where we're at right now. Flamethrower Troop is going to continue to render this entire hallway absolutely... We'll put it right there. Yeah, he's going to render this hallway useless because this is a big problem for us. The reason I placed that 1 forward is that the Genestealers like him right there, you have to roll anything other than a 1. And unfortunately, he rolled a 1. That spot right there leaves a little bit of room for error in that I get a second roll if he tries to make a run through there. If I wanted to be incredibly safe, I could have placed fire right there, but let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll still get a chance to attack, even if I roll through there. Maybe I will take a second shot right here just to make sure. It's a little bit of a waste of time, but I'm thinking about leaving him behind anyways, given his limited ammunition situation. It's not a huge... It's not a big deal for me to get him the hell out of here, I guess is what I'm saying. I can step... We'll leave Lorenzo where he's at for now, just covering the back of this unit. Once he's out of the way, we will have Lorenzo try and make a run for it, just in case. We do have a little bit of extra CP, but I don't think I'm gonna... Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna try and spend any of it. I'm gonna save it just in case. These Genestealers aren't really upon us yet. Actually, let's spend a little bit. I can blast this door, hopefully. There it is. So there's a good use of our CP. I'm happy with that situation. We'll also put down an Overwatch. And nothing's going to make a run on us, but it's worth a try, just in case. Alright, so we have our first participants in the combat. Oh, we've got 4 Genestealers from there. That's actually a pretty good amount of Genestealers. We may want to hold up in the hall right here and wait until this group kind of makes the run at our hall. We've got enough space right now to be fairly... Ooh, we rolled 1. Let's do better than that. There we go, 4. I'm of the mind that leaving my troops where they are right now is probably... We're limited by the fact that he's going to run out of ammo pretty soon. But not too severely. He's going to take another shot. I don't really want to leave anybody behind on this. So maybe what I'll consider doing is starting to back him off and maybe taking one of the normal bolter guys and moving him. Since we're going to be stuck standing here waiting for this group to pass anyways, we might as well. We're sort of stuck in Genestealer traffic, which is a pretty terrible type of traffic to be stuck in, all things thought about. Because he's got time on his side. I'm actually going to continue having him advance. And we'll put him on Overwatch a little bit ahead. This squad's going to be stuck right here for now. It's not something that, you know, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that we're going to be stuck here for the moment, but we'll take it. Flaming that out may force him to redeploy somewhere else. That's just kind of me metagaming and dealing with the AI, though. And I believe that leaves all of our fronts covered for the time being. Yeah, let's go ahead and end it. The Genestealers have an unfortunate... They've got a couple good spawns here, but they've also got unfortunate spawns. Hopefully we'll kill a lot of these Genestealers before they close with us here. That was kind of a dumb move on his part.
Weapon functional.
Ew. I don't like where we've been left here, so we're waylaid for at least 2 turns right now. The Sergeant has come through and killed off the one that's trying to sneak around behind us. And he's going to continue to spawn from there. That's what I was a little worried about. We may have to do sort of a shuffle advance here. Unless we can pull off a flank. There's 5 CPs. That'll give me there, and then 2 more. That's a little risky. That's playing a little too close to the cuff, I think. A lot of these Genestealers are going to be focused on this hallway, though. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're firing on them, because I do want to make sure that they're dead before this turns out. Sustained fire, are we going to luck out? No, we are not. Let's put another one downfield. Bad luck Chuck here. Not something that we're going to have to spend some CP in order to remedy this. Alright, so that leaves me in a little bit of a less considerable one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's move him to here, so that he can't be reached by the furthest Genestealer, but he is in a good position to kind of step in, blow these doors out, and then provide cover while everybody gets to at least here, and then he falls in rank and file and becomes the rear guard. That's, you know, I'm not impressed with my own strategy here, but it'll work. The flamethrower troop, he's got 2 rounds left. Let's go ahead and have him step back to here. And we're going to have a bolter unit turn around and take position right there. And he's going to hold that. We're going to try and get everybody out that we can. He served his function for now. And that makes him pretty useful to us. He already used up all of his AP, unfortunately. I don't see anything else spawning right there, though, so we should be alright. This unit needs to hold from there. And I'm limited by the fact that I really need to save some AP on this run. So we've got him there. He's actually not overwatching for 1 turn in the interest of holding down AP. It's tempting to have him use an AP, but I'm worried that right here this is going to fold like a deck of cards, or fold like a wet napkin, or fold like any nasty kind of, well, any foldy thing. I don't even know if that's an adjective, but I'm going to use it. Let's end the turn, and we'll live with our choices. There's the first burst of bolter fire, hopefully laying him out. Good. No bolter jams as of yet. 2 very, very good rolls. And I'm glad that I actually decided to shift that position. That makes me a little bit less nervous about the future. God, we're still not going to be able to make too many advances without this flank working out. And the AI has caught on to my plan, which is the other downside. The AI seems to have realized what I'm trying to do right here. Which means that I'm caught now trying to decide if I want to fight a 2-front battle, or if I want to step him back and live with the consequences. Now, I could do this right here, though I lack the CP. We'll try this for now. This is a bad move right here. I am fully addressing that this is not the most intelligent of tactical moves, but given the CP roll that we've gotten, it's the best I can do for now. If I had 6 CP, I would do something completely different. Unfortunately, with 3, that leaves me not a whole lot to play with. I'm going to keep everybody going rank and file right here. It would be nice to have the flamethrower troop up front, so that I might consider my choices a little bit better. Yeah, let's move everybody by 1. This is going to be slow and steady wins the race, I think. Some people aren't going to like this strategy, but for me, I feel comfortable with it. It might be worth considering to break somebody off right here and reinforce this position possibly, thus freeing up a little bit more.
Stay alert, brothers.
Let's keep an eye out, though. They can run this pretty easy. This is only 2 shots, so we may lose this battle, brother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can get to us, but he can't really get any purchase. We're going to end the turn there. Yeah. And let's... I'm not sure, guys. I feel unconfident about this entire thing. Usually I'm pretty confident on my choices, but since this is a blind run for me, where I've never even I haven't test run it, I haven't done anything kind of sneaky or backhanded trying to figure out if there's ways to win this or not. God, they are just putting pressure on us from right here. Yikes, I was hoping that would be a kill. No kill, unfortunately. Right there, we've got ourselves a little bit of the old Genestealer gibbage. And a little bit more, unless that's a jam. I wish that it had a different animation for the jam so that you knew right away. That unit is apparently stuck or not going to move. I don't know. We got 2 CP, re-roll it. We got 2 again. Unfortunate, but we'll live with it. We may now consider what we want to do with this troop. Let's see. Oh, good. We got a kill on a first go. We're still playing a pretty CP poor game. But playing a CP poor game does allow us a little bit of variability. And I think I am going to go through with my plan to fight a two-front war right here. Let's see who we've got in this position. Good, it's Dino. Let's get Dino moving down this way.
Clear a path.
He's going to come down and he's going to try and keep this from turning into just a nasty, beefy stalemate that stinks of taco meat, unfortunately. I don't know if that's what you knew, but it kind of smells like BO. That's what a stalemate sounds like. A lot of people don't know that. Stalemate, kind of like a BO or like slightly cooked taco meat. Think Taco Bell. Alright, so he's in position to block this off right here. He can also turn around with 2 AP and still overwatch based on what happens. Nothing can get to him within any reasonable amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, nothing can close with him right now. We should have a little bit of time to get Dino into position, and it has the added effect that if they try and focus on him, he's going to be a ruse where we can move forward and kind of handle our business. Let's handle some bolter fire. Oh, good. We managed to get the shot on the first go. Good. I'm happy with that. That's not bad. I'm not sure why he got a sustained fire right there. I am not positive on the rules for sustain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're still going to be able to get to me and take a swipe. We really have to focus on getting...
Scanning for enemy movement.
We absolutely 100% have to focus on getting Dino into position. I thought I could do this with one Marine, but unfortunately the AI is being a little bit more intelligent than I expected him to be. I need a guy here, a guy here. These guys advance until we get a front or a beachhead made right here. And then we should be magical. 2 CP left. Hopefully we don't get any really nasty large runs on us. I could have done this easier by having 2 guys break off right here, but I simply didn't have the foresight. That's never been something that I've been gifted with. Weapon malfunction, unfortunate. Hopefully he gets... Oh, did he get it? Okay, good. He got the kill right there. Very cool. No kill as of yet, but then again, he only got 1 shot right there with a kill on 6+. They're looking a tad more broken up in their approach. I was kind of worried. Oh, we got 5 CP this turn. Good. That should allow me to get people into position a little bit better. He's going to open this door right here. He's got that unit right there, which tempts me. It leaves me tempted. Sorely tempted. Let's see if he can get some of these doors destroyed. He's got nothing spawning behind him, so he's got a little bit of time to play with. No door destruction. I realize at this point I could have just stepped forward and opened the door. But his position is, well, God. Alright, with 3 shots, he never 6 dice, he couldn't get a 6. Actually, he needed a 5. Ugh, that's nasty. I didn't know sustained attacks would count with doors. And this troop right here is going to be forced to deal with these Genestealers that are right up in their face.
Cleanse the monstrosity.
We're going to hold the position because they seem to be pretty focused on this squad. We're going to leave him to kind of whittle these doors open while Dino gets into position anyways. Let's get Gorel, or Goriel, and Lorenzo still overwatching. We got a lot of CP to play with on this turn. It might be worth spending a little bit of it. Let's do it. I'm not going to be thrifty on this go. So him being right there is not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll be fine. Let's pass the turn, and we'll see what happens. I can almost guarantee they're going to spawn one behind me right now because he is so just dangerously detached from the rest of his regiment. And we did manage to get the kill right there, so we should have an open breach right now. Weapon malfunction, okay.
Unjamming weapon.
There goes one of those CP that I was tempted to spend. There goes, that's exactly, I was a little worried about it. That's exactly why I try and leave enough CP. Like, anything less than 3 CP when you're trying to hold fronts always makes me feel a little bit as though I'm tempting the tiger or dangling my bright red baboonish buttocks in front of a bull. 6 CP on this turn, which means it's another turn that we can make hard gains on. This is the turn in which I want to get them situated. So for 5 AP, I can get him there, and we can establish the bulkhead. Dino's movement now is more or less worthless, but that does leave him in position to start making a front. Good, 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 good. All right, I like what's going on right now. That CP roll pretty much put us in the best possible position for a perfect retreat that we could have hoped for. He's going to take his freebie line of sight shot. We're also going to spend the remainder of CP to get him on Overwatch because his position is very, very important to us. The rest of the troops are going to fall into line. There we are. which leaves our battle brother here free to hold this position as long as possible. We're going to continue having Dino flow on through, because really he's just got to catch up with his team now. Little bit of a nasty, you know, we've got enough troops right here to pretty much complete the mission. Let's bring forward our flamethrower troop because he's earned the honor of retreating from battle here. And we're also going to consider stepping back some of these units. So there's a step back right there. I'm going to try and do as clean of an extraction as possible. Once he gets past this point, we can actually abandon this position here and just consider hoping that they don't flank us. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll think about it as we go through. We need to make sure that Lorenzo is still overwatching. Let me run through and make sure that all of my little green eyeballs are where I want them to be. All of our green eyeballs are in a good position, and this is one of the rare times. I talked about in my Shadowrun playthrough how that color green is always used to denote just like horrible mutations and things like that. One of those rare cases. The green eyeball is a good thing. It's not a weird green mutant eyeball. It's a good eyeball. It's a good green eyeball. A double GE. Alright, I'm feeling very much... Oh, 6 CP again. Very, very nice battle brothers. We're going to step him back one more time. And he's going to keep providing fire until the Genestealers seem like they're getting close to the back of Lorenzo.
Going into Overwatch.
There we are. And I always believe that leaders have the responsibility to take the most dangerous positions. That's why I always leave my sergeant behind if I can. We have time to advance here, which I am definitely going to take advantage of. We've got 6 CP to play with as well. While he's walking, he's going to get 6 shots on this guy, so maybe he'll kill him too. Nothing. He got a bunch of 4. He rolled 4-4 twice in a row. That's a pretty rare occurrence. I guess we'll use some CP to have him lock down this position. If I was playing Genestealers right now, I'd focus on coming around this way. I can't guarantee that the AI will be that smart about it. They may try, but hopefully they'll fail in the face of the Emperor's supreme might. And because he had to turn a corner, let's give him an extra move here. We're going to keep 3 CP on hand. Not a ton, but a little. And that's going to allow everybody else to maintain at least a solid... I mean, there's only so fast that Terminators can move. Terminators aren't known for their rapid movement across locations of deployment. He needs to be put on Overwatch while Dino and everybody else gets into position. Dino's going to be bringing up the rear the best that he can here. And if anybody has an extra AP to turn... Okay, so he's all out. Going to continue stepping back with this unit. Oh, never mind, he already did. Alright, we've already assigned him to his cause. I'm going to have him turn so that he doesn't have to do it next turn. And I like where we're at. Let's go ahead and end it. Alright, killing the only Genestealer that was coming for us there. Hopefully they don't try and spawn super hard right here. If they do, well, hopefully if I was playing the Genestealers, I would say hopefully they don't spawn right here. I'm kind of playing against myself right now, evaluating the moves that I think they're doing improperly. I'm no master. I'm not even really an initiate of this sort of thing. At best, you could call me a servitor. But at the same time, I do see... I think they had a spawn point down below, which makes me wonder why the AI is doggedly using that one. I don't know what the point of that was. Probably just to keep me on my toes in one direction. We've got CP. Let's re-roll it. We rolled 3. Very nice. I'm going to continue having him step back and then take another Overwatch.
Affirmative.
Take an Overwatch right there. Continue the movement of whatever forces we can here. Everybody's dead down here, which means I can station a Marine there. Do they have... Oh, I thought they had another spawn down here. That changes things. I was playing as though they had a spawn down here. If they don't have a spawn down here, this is easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's not even anything really to worry about. Put him on Overwatch, and let's get everybody else a truckin'.
Acknowledge.
Oh, that's not what I want. No, no, no. I can't afford to spend any CP right now.
Affirmative.
And I believe that gives me enough units to actually finish the level. This went really well. I was expecting much, much worse. The enemy had kind of a hairy position that they were holding, but they don't seem to have exploited it properly. Let's bypass a turn. We're going to take 2 Genestealers from here, so they're actually trying to take a flank right now. That would be a good plan if they were gambling and they had a lot more Genestealers. They could just continue throwing bodies at him until his bolter inevitably... he only has to jam his bolter twice, and then his position will be lost. And they could have made pretty good grabs right there, so I kind of get what the AI was trying for. He's still firing pretty far down corridor. They haven't tried to spawn anything to my top right yet, but I feel like if they do, they move a lot quicker than I do, which means they're going to be able to flank a position a lot easier. Continue stepping backwards and leaving him on Overwatch. And our sergeant is going to be the one guy left over. We'll pull him out once I have a rock-solid plan for his extraction, essentially. I don't really have a whole lot in my noodle right now that pertains to getting him the hell out of here.
Clear a path. Moving.
We do have some extra CP. I don't want to pull this sergeant out until our position and our victory is absolutely just assured. We might use a little bit of extra oomph to move the line forward a bit more. Yeah, 4 CP is about comfortable with what I'm comfortable with leaving 4 CP for the turn. Let's get him on Overwatch. As always, Overwatch there, and the 2 Overwatches are good there. We'll end the turn. Alrighty, very nice. Holding down the fort. He's not going to move. That guy seems like he's sort of stuck. I'm not sure what's going on right there. It feels a little buggy to me. We've got 6 AP, which puts us in a pretty good position to retreat, actually. So I think that's not what I'm going to do. Let's get him to here, and we're going to finally abandon this position if we can. I don't foresee this working incredibly well, but we do have a little bit of clearance. What I'm doing right now is very, very risky, so don't think that I'm not assessing the own risks of my actions here. But it's a risk I'm actually willing to take, given how things are moving. So let's start thinking about getting him the hell out of the way, too. I want to make sure that everybody has a fair chance at extraction here. Nobody gets left behind. I don't relish the thought of leaving anybody behind. Let's get everybody on the pad that we can. We're holding relatively strong positions right now, so I'm not sweating all the little stuff. I will consider maybe leaving a guy right here to overwatch this direction, in case the AI does the unexpected and makes a run past there and flanks my entire column. But beyond that, the time for caution, I think, is a little bit behind us. We're pretty much ready to get the hell out of here. And the remainder of my troops... Let's leave 3... Oh, he's already done that, so let's use 2 CP. We use 1 CP to get him a little bit further away from that corner grouping. Let's find out what the Genestealers are going to do.
Target.
Ah, as I suspected. There it is right there. That's the run on us. We're going to need to... We rolled 5 CP on that one. Well, if they try to go this way, setting him up in this hallway might be worthwhile. But instead, we've got a lot of CP. Let's consider... We need to get him into a good position. We definitely need to get him into a good position. Let's overwatch him first. We'll get our next battle brother into the elevator or into the teleporter. This battle brother here is going to take up this position just as covery, or as cover, in case. He's going to provide, you know, a little bit of covery fire if we need to. We're not going to put him on Overwatch because these guys can't tangibly get to him within this turn anyways. And let's continue just huffing all of these guys up out of here. There's nothing coming from this way, which leaves me a little tempted to retreat faster. Oh, there's a flamethrower guy right there in the doorway. I was wondering what happened to him. God. There's me losing units here like an idiot. Actually, let's undo that move. I've got a plan. Let's see what we can do here. He's going to stay and be last. He's got 2 rounds left. He can block off all avenues if he really needs to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get him the hell out of here as best as possible. That's going to cost a lot of CP. Let's get him to right there, maybe. Which still leaves us with 2 CP. I don't know. That's a tough call. Step him back. I don't want to leave him... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, maybe he'll be okay. Maybe. I can't guarantee anything with this sergeant right now. And he's got a little bit of AP left. Let's get him the hell out of here. Since I'm thinking these two... I mean, right now I could exit both of these guys and win the mission. I'm just trying to be overly efficient at this point. All of our overwatches are in place. Okay. Alright, good. Let's find out what the Genestealers are going to do. I'm interested on this. While I could win right now, I'm gonna... Okay, they're deciding to go that way. Bolter is jammed. God. He does have a sword, so hopefully he'll be able to... If they get a melee, I don't think they will. I think I counted properly. Oh, he is all kinds of flank now. Funsies. Oh, they're coming from that way, too. This whole thing's about to get nasty. It's about to get real up in here. Hopefully we get a good CP roll. 5. That's decent. I'll take it. Let's see how far away we can get him. That's going to leave me with almost nothing as a backup plan. God, we may have to sacrifice him. Which is something that, you know, it was on the table from the beginning. Let's get these last couple Marines out of the way. We're going to continue stepping him back. Actually, we don't really need to. Let's just get him going. This flamethrower is going to be able to throw fire down either corridor. I probably could have performed this a little bit better. Oh, he managed to kill that one. Very cool. That's going to work in our favor, actually. He may not be a total loss right now. He's going to overwatch. He's only going to get like 2 shots because they can cut that corner, but it's something. It's something. Leave him overwatched there. Let's get some of these other beleaguered units up out of our hair. He's already moved. He's already moved. Who's left? Brother Noctis. Ah, yes. Let's leave him just as a safety precaution. We only need 2 more Marines out, but I'd like to cover all my fronts just to make sure everything's cool. Flamethrower unit can't really do a whole lot for us right now. Let's go check the other squad. Almost all of them have exited. And when he turns, he should get a free shot too. There it is. He's a survivor, I'll give him that. Even in melee, he's going to force the enemy to re-roll. Oh, he's out. Good, the next turn we're going to make a run with him, see how far down the corridor he can get. But he seems like he's going to survive this whole thing. Almost a flawless operation. A lot of weapon malfunctions there. There we go. Bring that point home. And down he goes. There's a lot of choke points in this game, and that's a lot of what Space Hulk is all about. They're throwing everything at us from right here, which is a terrible plan. He managed to miss a lot of rolls right there. That was a nasty, nasty occurrence. I'm hoping we don't... God, there's so many of them coming now. Alright. Cool. Only 1 CP. Let's re-roll it. 5. There we go. Much better.
Affirmative.
We're going to see if we can get him out of here. That's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to backstep, pal. That's why I never go for the 4.
Advance, brothers.
Alright. That leaves me with... I don't like this angle. This angle's weirding me out. There we go. Let's get the rest of the brothers out of here. As best we can, anyways. If we can kill a couple of these, I think we'll be alright. So there's a kill. 2 kills. Very good rolls. Sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not. You never know. That's one of the amazing things about Warhammer is just you never know how this is going to go. I took a chance on that one. We'll go ahead and pop him on Overwatch now. With 3 squares, he'll probably get the kill before they get there. I can't guarantee the kill, but we can hope for it. We're going to put him... Let's not do that. We're going to step him forward by 2 in case this position falls. I want to make sure we take care of every possible contingency here. Alright, brother. Let's get you the hell out of here. And the second our sergeant is clear, we're going to flame out this hall and just make a run for it. Good, good, good. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright, and he managed to make the dice roll right there, which was a little bit what I was concerned about. I had some small concerns about him being able to make the dice rolls that we needed within 3 squares. Every now and again, you see those runs of like 6 squares where he misses like every single time, and it's statistically not supposed to happen, but it can. And when it does, you always wish that you had a backup plan. That's the big thing that I've noticed about my own gameplay, is that I don't tend to make backup plans, and I'm trying to remedy that as I go through, getting a little bit better at the game. Alright, and we've got a nasty heat wave. It's like 100 and, I don't know, it's ridiculous right now, but in the room that I'm actually recording this, because they actually close it off, and then you've got like all of the insulation and everything, it's like 87 degrees in here right now. I've actually got sweat on my brow, although not for any... Did he actually kill that guy? I was going to say, that'd be fairly impressive if he did. Oh, he got him. That was a long distance shot. We're going to do the same thing this turn as we did last time, since we've got the extra CP.
The enemy will fall before me.
He's not completely clear yet.
Securing position.
But he's almost there. Let's get these last couple guys going. And once again, I'm dragging this out a little bit longer than it needs to be dragged out, simply because I don't like losses. And what I've noticed is if people teleport out while you leave like one guy back here, sometimes it says that that unit is lost, which kind of bugs me, because if you still have people in place when it's ending, there's no problem that this would actually be able to fold backwards and in, and potentially he would probably be the last guy out. I don't know, maybe him or him. I don't know who I would leave last. It would depend how the Genestealers decided to reroute after the final turns.
Overwatch.
Alright, and so all of our Overwatches appear to be in place. Let's end this thing. The pitter-patter of lovely little Genestealer feet, and also the telltale squishy thwomp of them falling to the earth as we riddle them with ridiculous bolter fire. I need a bolter. That's what I need in life. Everything in... Oh, great. Everything in my life would be better if I had a bolter. You ever thought about that? Bolters fix everything. Alright, he's almost clear. Stepping back 2 more times, and I think next turn we'll be able to actually make him have a run for it.
Affirmative.
We got 5 CP on that turn, not a bad spread. How close is that Genestealer? 1, 2, 3... Oh, he's not going to make it, whatever. I will, however, turn my flamethrower guy so that he can get that shot off turn and then fire another shot this way to cover our exit. With 3 AP left, I think I'm actually just going to try and win right now. So let's use all of our AP. And I think at this point, you guys have kind of extrapolated how this plan will work. The second he gets past, this dude steps back, hopefully having 1 round left, flames out this hallway, and then you make a sprint for it. Pull a runner. So if we lose anybody, it'll be Kale. That's what he gets. That's what he gets for being named after a spice. Alrighty, and I know it's not spelled that way. At least I don't think it's spelled that way. I always have to specify with those jokes, because every time there'd be somebody in the comments, Kale's not spelled that way. Every time. Alright, Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch. Good. One of the complaints I've heard about this game is that the gameplay isn't sophisticated. That's another thing that I always want to talk about. And it's not that the gameplay isn't sophisticated. People have talked about how there's no cover system, things of that nature. But I think they're not taking into account what the purpose of Space Hulk is. If you were able to take cover, Space Hulk, that wouldn't matter, because most of the Genestealers can't shoot at you. Like, why would you take cover from something that can't shoot at you? That just means they have 1 extra hex to move around. Instead, the point of this game is being ranged characters up against melee units that are much faster, much better in combat, and learning how to take choke points, being able to suppress, things of that nature. 6 CP this turn, so it's time to get the hell out of Dodge. Let's get him out of here. He's going to be able to step back twice, and we're going to use CP to fire his round. And hopefully we can engulf this room. I don't know if we'll be able to, but hopefully we will be able to. Good. As long as we can well, we can't flame it out completely. Although, how close are they? 1, 2... Let me take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2... At best, they can only get kind of close to me. Let's go ahead and finish this thing off. It's pretty much over anyways. And so those should be the final exiting Terminators. And out we go. Oh, I don't know if it's going to make me sustain the mission until everybody's dead or out. Interestingly enough, something to think about. Let's put everybody on Overwatch then. It's not going to let me. I thought it was going to be like the other missions where the second you finish the objective, you are instantaneously gifted. Well, we've got a lot of CP. Let's consider maybe... Yeah, that's what we'll do. That'll leave us with 3 CP left, which that's plenty for undoing bolters. We'll be alright. Ooh, they're coming at us hard from this direction, but we have a flamethrower. That's the big thing that the genies are not taking into account. The flamethrower. Flamethrowers are definitely... Ooh, 2 CP. Let's re-roll it. We got 5. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Let's get the sergeant up out of here. And let's consider for a moment stepping this unit back and having him overwatch again. That is going to give him a freebie shot too, which I hadn't thought about.
They will fall.
With our unit here, he's going to use both of his to fall back as much as possible. Then he's also going to use 2 of our AP to flame out this hallway. So there it is. And that should give him enough of a gap to where he can escape. I'm sure there's probably an achievement or something for getting everybody out of here. We'll go for it. We'll see if it works.
Order confirmed. Holding.
The tough part is I don't have anybody to cover this final retreat right here. That's something that makes me a little nervous. But I think we can live with it. God, that is a crowd of Genestealers. That one had the ill-timed notion of deciding to move in the flames. Oh, they're just going to... Oh, I thought he was going to keep going. I figured they were going to throw everything they had at us. God. You gotta love Genestealers. You gotta love them. Ridiculous. So many Genestealers.
My bolter has failed me. Weapon operational.
Alright, God, I don't know. I could get everybody out right now. I already know what I would have to do to get everybody to escape. But, part of me is feeling lazy. So let's consider just getting the hell out of here. Our flames aren't going to last forever. But, they do give us a pretty good advantage. We didn't get a lot of CP that turn, but it's right on the edge. We're kind of sitting at that potential. I'm going to put the flames right there, I think. So that gives me a little bit of an extra gap. That's his final round. And then he's going to fold on the next turn, and we're just going to sprint away as best we can with him. So that unit's already ready to go. With him, we can get him out right now. So there's our 7th unit gone. Keep our Overwatch. I think he should be able to move on the diagonal right here. Or the diagonal. Oh, it's not going to let him. Interesting. I was hoping he could squeeze past that corner right there, but I'm not completely familiar with the rules of these sorts of things. Well, that puts us in a nasty folding situation. I guess both of these guys will try and make a run for it in the next turn. Let's go. This has turned into a really long mission. I may have to start breaking these into parts. I don't know if you can save mid-mission. I'll check. But the file size is definitely getting large enough to where it's becoming a little bit terrifying to both render and upload to YouTube. You can never trust on anything over 2 gigs when you're trying to upload it, so I think we've got room. I think we're going to be alright. God. No matter how many we kill, there just seem to be more. And that one, just the straggler, walking over the bodies of his dead friends. Okay, so he's out of here. Oh, there is a retreat. Good. I'm actually glad to hear it.
Acknowledged.
And he doesn't have anything left, but I think he's got enough of a stopgap to where he can escape here. It's going to want him to double back up, I think. Actually, no, I think there's a more efficient way to do that. Actually, it would have been a backup than a backup. Either way, it's going to cost me 4, I think. And since nobody's overwatching right now, we want to think about just getting people as close to the exit as possible. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We got no overwatches left. Let's get ourselves a perfect victory. I think they'll make it. That looks like more than 6 to me. Unless these guys just make like a brilliant move. I think we're out of here. In fact, to the point where I wish I could sort of just skip this. I did adjust my graphical settings because I figured it wouldn't come through on 720p anyways. And that's why we're experiencing a little bit better of a frame rate with lots of stuff on screen. I think they made the models a little bit too detailed. I was showing stuff to my friend who's actually, he works on XCOM. He's a texture designer for XCOM, and he was saying that it looked like the models are really detailed for what they are. Okay, and there it is. I don't know if we're going to get ourselves an achievement, but it'd be nice. In either case, we decided to make it on out of there. Everybody intact. I liked that mission. That mission was fun and required a little bit of the old cerebral run-through. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for a very long episode. I'll see you guys next time, and I'm looking forward to mission number 6, which I've heard is bugged. So if I don't upload number 6 for a while, I've heard that number 6 is not completable as it stands at the moment, so we're waiting for the devs to fix it. I'll see you guys next time, and take care out there, everybody.